Hello and thank you for joining me. It's Wednesday the 10th of January. Okay, let's see what cards come out today. If you watched the last couple of days, you'll know that the High Priestess came out 3 times in a row. So we're really working with a very heightened intuition, I feel, at the moment. So let's see. I've never had it happen 4 times in a row. So I'm using different cards today. Let's see who comes out. Okay. Slightly different. Oh, slightly different, but slightly not. Okay, so first we've got the 5 of Swords, and I feel that's connected, but I'll tell you why in a minute. And then we've got the Moon. Well, we said the High Priestess is ruled by the Moon, and I really feel this energy of this new moon in Capricorn that's building and will be with us tomorrow. So I know this is a full moon, but you can still feel the energies, even if you can't see it. That's the wonderful thing about the moon, isn't it? It does affect us, even if it's, even if we can see it's there or not. So let's talk a little bit about this 5 of Swords. I feel this is a challenge, and I feel this is a change. So again, going back to talking about this High Priestess that we've had around us and that energy, we're also working with the new moon energy about manifesting whatever you want. And sometimes, and I feel that that's what this card is about today, we are our own worst enemy. And yes, there are people that play with our minds, control us in certain aspects, but really it's up to us what thoughts go into our head. And when we're working with our intuition, we're not really thinking, we're feeling, and we're allowing the universe to kind of plant little seeds, put little bits there that we kind of notice, and we really like working with a bigger, higher energy. When we're stuck in our minds, that kind of shrinks and disappears. And it's perfectly natural. It doesn't mean that you're a failure or you can't use your intuition, or, the High Priestess will be scolding you from afar. It just means that we're human. And I do feel like you can suddenly get this huge build-up of intuition that gives you all this wonderful ideas and manifesting and what you'd like out of your world. And then your brain gets caught in the conversation and brings it back down with a bit of a bump. Because sometimes our ego is great, but sometimes it can hold us back. Because our mind and our ego, they only really know what they've got experience of. And when we're working with our intuition, we're working on possibilities and what I would love to have in my life that you haven't experienced before. And then we suddenly get this kind of panicky, oh no, I couldn't possibly do that. And it shrinks us back to being small. So I feel that's what this is about. If you remember yesterday, if you didn't see it, go and have a look. We had that 2 of Wands. We had the guy with the world in his hands, looking out, knowing he had a journey that he was about to embark on, but he was still in his castle. And this is the kind of reminder that if we get nervous or get cold feet or, shrink down into our little mind bubble, we can never move on from that castle. So I'm looking at this card. Normally the 5 of Swords comes and it's like different people at different perspectives. But I feel like this is the calling of, look at this wonderful light that's coming down here. This freedom. This is what you're being offered. Anything can happen, work with the universe. But sometimes, especially if we're not very kind to ourselves, we can get caught up in our minds chatter. So I really do feel like that's why it's linked to the High Priestess. But again, we've got this beautiful energy. And I want to say, actually, for this, if you have a clear night tonight, why not look up at a beautiful, beautiful clear night, this night that I'm recording this message for you. Oh, and the stars and the planets were there, and it was just beautiful. I drive home where there's not an awful lot of light pollution through a little farm road, and it was just amazing to see. And I feel like this lady here, yes, she's under the water, and I feel like that's a connection with him, that sometimes you feel trapped and you can't get past your own head. but just look up and see that massive expansive universe and know that it has been working with you all week. It's been dropping in these really important major arcana cards to remind you that you are part of the universe, and they want you to fulfill your dreams and your passions and your life path. So it's perfectly okay to have these wobbly moments or, you know, anxiety or fear, but don't let it hold you back, because what I feel for this card is we need to be looking here at this guy with his arms outstretched and the light of the universe coming down. Same with this lady, light of the universe is coming down. We've all got the ability within us to work with the universe, and I really feel like that's your message today. Don't forget that. You know, it's a whole day. You've got 24 hours. You can't go skipping around manifesting everything. Sometimes life gets in the way and brings you back down to earth with a bit of a bump, but don't let it, you know, take a deep breath, clear your mind, and remind yourself what it is that you really want to manifest with this. What I feel is really important new moon tomorrow, so please do come back and see who turns up for that, because I feel like it's going to be a really important message. Well, I hope that helped. Have a wonderful day. As I say, be kind to yourself and take care. I'll see you tomorrow.